Good morning. Since I've been gone vlogging, I have become quite obsessed with gardening, so I wanted to put it in this vlog because I'm so proud of it. By the way, it still needs to like fill in the gaps. They're all new plants, and I'm a beginner. But let me show you. So you may be wondering why I started vlogging again. This vlog is to reintroduce myself. There has been a lot of changes since I last vlogged. I am now not trying to take over the world by doing so much. If you guys watched the previous vlogs, you know that I was like here, there, everywhere, doing loads, achieving loads, and it wasn't that healthy. And I burnt out a few times, got really tired, and I think that's where I just got so sick of doing the social media, put a lot of pressure on it. And also the thing with the social media that really, where it took a dive and went wrong, is when I tried to make a business out of it. I lost my why of why I was originally doing it, was to help people and to encourage people. And I think you can definitely do that and run it alongside a business. But the lines just got wavered, and that's not me being like, oh, I'm money hungry. But I had a lot of like financial outgoings, and there was a lot of pressure. Freddie's running down the drive to see his friend. And I just put so much pressure on having to earn enough through it that it just killed it. So I stopped because I just thought I was doing it for the wrong reasons. So now I've had a good amount of time out, and I'm not saying I'm going to come back in full force, but I was like, just start with one and see how we go. Alongside that changing, like not being like go, go, go all the time, that's had a massive impact on the horses. I'm very similar with that as well. I have not been competing as much. I am going to go back into it, but I very much this year, instead of trying to like go vast, I wanted to get my roots deeper with everything. I went on this amazing journey with like the horsemanship. Some people call it natural horsemanship. I just think it's horsemanship. And yeah, that's going well. It's still quite a scary place to be in. And you'll see today what I do with the horses. It's a lot quieter, and it's a lot more in depth. And it's really more based on how, like, learning from them. I by no means have all the answers with it, because obviously I'm learning. I am getting some people in to help me with it, but I'm also learning from the horses, and that means making mistakes and trying to be gracious when I make them, and learn from them, which I've always struggled with, but we're here learning and growing. And my mum's coming up the drive because I'm sat at the top of the drive and she's wondering what I'm doing. So that's Queen as well, by the way. So yeah, I guess we'll just start doing the vlogs just to get you up to date with what's going on, show you some of the ideas that I've had or having. And I'm not reinventing the wheel, by the way. I'm just trying to pull in the horsemanship into the dressage side. And obviously people do that already, but I really wanted to marry the two. So here we are. Guess what's back?
What? Oh, no.
Oh, come on. How are you? How are you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
My life's work, weeding.
Sauce! How's retirement, Sauce? Yes. For anyone who didn't see, I retired Sausage. I'm going to do a podcast on why, explain it all. Maybe a video too. But he's literally loving life, and I'll explain what I'm doing with him later. Good morning. It's alright, Rufus. So, Sausage retired from the Grand Prix life, and it basically opened up for me to be able to do whatever I wanted to do with him, which was so fun. So I do still ride him a bit just so that he doesn't get too chubby, but I'm more now doing all this stuff because I'm loving it and it's really exciting. So today what I'm going to do with him is the Liberty stuff, which I have only had one lesson in it, so I'm kind of, like, it was really good, but I'm kind of like fluffing it. But it seems to be working. I've got him to follow me without the rope. I do a lot of like stuff called online, which I found that really funny. I've done a lot of stuff like that to kind of build the connection. I do a lot of like the resting with him, so we just chill out together so he knows that I'm the place of comfort. And he's really enjoying it. Like, I think he's a bit like, oh, what are we doing next? But he's really, really enjoying it. So he can do like walk, trot. Changing the rein is still a bit tricky, but that's okay, it will come. He does get to the point where he will choose me over the door and the treat box, which I'm really happy about. I mean, I feel like he'll walk through fire now if he chooses me over the treat box. So it's going really well. There's not really a massive goal with it. I just want to see what I can do. There is something exciting that might be happening with it, by the way, and I'm meant to be having a meeting about it today, which would be cool. What else? Oh yeah, so he also does like some tactless riding. We love riding without the saddle. Without the bridle, I can ride without the bridle and without the saddle separately, but when I take it all off, I don't have as much control. Not that he's running off, just steering goes out the window. So that is another thing that I need to just keep looking into. But that's kind of what Sausage is doing at the moment, which it's really interesting, and I love it. So yeah, we're going to do that. I don't have anyone to film it, so I'll try and get some moments of like maybe where we're resting, and then try and film a little bit, but I haven't got like the tracking camera set up or anything, so we'll see how we go.
You've always felt like a part of you has gone missing. I know it's real, but I'm telling you, it's closer than you know. I'm really trying to keep it cool now. Don't you see that you're a fool? Oh, it's time to open your eyes and let go. Oh, oh. You got a lot of exes, but none of them know you better. The stories you've heard could be you and I. Hey, let me explain, get to the reason why it's not us. You know there's no one else than me you trust. You know it's truth deep inside. Won't you let it go? I'm sick and tired of seeing you in pain. Your head's in a haze. Won't you lean on me? I'll catch you if you fall. So take a leap of faith. Your fixed ideas clouding up your mind. Won't stop until common sense applies. The sun illuminates ahead. Need you to let go. I'm standing on a cliff side while you tumble way below the waves. Undercurrent pulls you in. I try to guide you out to calm waters. Just give me your word. Oh, we gotta let go.
So this is the bit I'm still working on, is I went to get the camera and then, good boy, he disconnected from me, which is fine. But now he kind of thinks about it. He doesn't go to the door. He knows that the door's not the answer. But he hasn't quite yet got coming to me. But you see those couple little steps where he took to me? That's really good. So I'm just trying to play it by ear. If I wait a little bit longer and he comes to me, or if I send him away and then bring him closer to me. So that's just what I'm trying to figure out at the moment, when to do it. But I love watching their faces when they're trying to figure it out. Good boy. Do you want to come here? So I try and use the whistle. It's meant to be like the recall. It needs some work. It needs some work. We'll get there.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking. Fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us, and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. Pouring cup after cup after cup. Yeah, it's just the way we do it. Anything just to block out the real life, real life. Yeah, we're loving the way they think we're so messed up. what we're doing is bad. There's so many emotions, sharing stories that we never had. Yeah, none is real. I think we're searching for reasons not to be like them. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
I'm really trying to get this on camera, but it's so hard. He keeps moving. Everyone, this is Amy, and she's just doing Zach. And we've been talking about FJ, who I'm going to discuss a bit more later. Good boy. Okay, FJ's story is a really long one, so I'm going to try and explain kind of where we're at the moment. What I was just doing in the vlog is called body work, and I had the wonderful Alice Ross come up, who I actually found on TikTok. I was watching some of her stuff, and it's all about like getting the horses to release through their body by finding like points of tension and helping them to be aware of it and then release. So I watched her, she came up a couple of weekends ago, and I watched her do all the horses, and I was so excited for her to do FJ because FJ is the one that broncs. He wasn't doing it all the time, but it would be, you know, it just was quite sporadical, but he just wouldn't cope and he would just bronc. Did a lot of it on the lunge. He did do it with me once, and that's when I came off and I was like, right, I need to help him, there's something going on. And we've kind of gone down this rabbit hole with him, which I'm so happy about because that's what's led me into more of the horsemanship stuff and understanding it. But what I'm finding with him is that so much of it comes from how he holds his body. And it's really like unpicking and understanding why a horse is doing a behaviour. So if he was bronking because it was like joyous, you know, where they just get, like the Zoomies, horse version, where they're just like so excited and they're like, oh, I can't contain myself. That's cool. Like that's it's a fine feeling for them. Like it's a natural thing. I don't look at that as a bad thing. But when they're doing it because and you see they're panicking and scared, then you have to go, okay, I need to help them out of this because it's not good for them and they don't feel good and it's for a reason. So from Alice and Amy, who is just doing Zach, we've really looked at his body, and he basically was like stuck in flight mode. And you can't see it from just looking at his body. Well, obviously the professionals can, and the more I understand now, the more you can actually see it. But basically, because his thing is to bronc, it was really interesting. He's really tight in his jaw and his shoulder, so the front end's really tight, and his pelvis was literally tucked and stuck, and so that's really tight. So the only option he has in his body is to bronc. If you think about the front end and the back end, when they're tight, sorry, my nose is running, like their back has to go up. So that was happening, like he was fixed like that in the stable and, you know, in the field, whatever, all the time. Imagine when you add a pressure in, so like a rider, or like something scaring him when he's being ridden, or, you know, like different pressures, he's got nowhere to go. So he basically is an incredible horse because he can really he really tries to hold it together as much as he can, which I think that's why he's so special. And I really want to help him, but basically he gets to the point where he can't, and then he has to bronc he has nowhere else to go. So I've done so much work recently with just like, with the ridden, what we're doing is really just riding him on a very loose rein, so he has that freedom in the front, he's not being restricted. And now that we're coming to understand more about his body, what I'm going to do today is more pole work on the lunge, because he's found the relaxation in the front on the lunge, but what we need to get doing now is getting the pelvis moving a bit more. The other really interesting thing that's happening now is as we're loosening him off, we're seeing how weak he is. So you can see when Olive gets on him, and Olive's tiny, he almost like falls away underneath it. And anyone who's like, oh my gosh, you need to get a vet to him, like there's something wrong, the vet's checked him, he's absolutely fine. He's had everything checked and he's all good, but what I'm starting to find from all this is he definitely would have broken if we hadn't dealt with it. He would have gone in the SIs because his SI joint was not moving. It's fine, but it definitely needs help. So that's why he does a lot of like low impact stuff, and it's more about educating him on his body and getting it moving. So I hope I kind of explained that in the best possible way. And if you're still with me, well done. So today what I'm going to do is the pole work. There's much more to that story. I'll make a podcast. So yeah, but the message to take away from this, if your horse is reacting in a negative way, you need to check, is it physical, is it mental? And then go after helping them. Also, when they're physically, you know, struggling, it always leads into the mental. But anyway, that's right for vlogging again. Just got their faces cut out. You're adorable. Let everyone see your face. He was really good. I didn't get any video of working him. It's so hard to do the filming and the working the horses. I forgot how difficult it was. Maybe I need to just like say I'm going to just film one of the horses working in a vlog. But he was really good. His canter's coming on really nicely. I haven't pushed it that much yet. But it's coming and it's huge. He's just massive, isn't he? He's going to be the biggest horse on the yard. I think he's about 17.3 now and he's 4. So we're going very slow with him because he's so huge. It's the biggest body in the world. What's his big bottom? Are you tall? Mum, stop. Fish pretty, fish pretty. Are you fish? Yes, look at you puppies. Oh, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. I am still riding, by the way. I just did all the groundwork ones first. So I just rode Zach. And I had a lesson last week with Peter Storr. And it was like, you know, one of those lessons where it's just like amazing because you just get one thing and it's the most simple and important thing that you were missing. And you were like, oh, and then you start doing it and you're like, it's completely clicked. So with Molly, it was like, I just didn't have him through enough. I've been really worried about like getting him up into a more advanced outline, but what I've been doing is I've been trying to get him up but like still long in the frame, and then he's just not been like coming over his top line enough. Hold on, there's trees. Ow, no, duck, 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 duck. Whoa, okay. Anyway, now I've got him much more through. It's amazing. So I've kind of put him back down into like, not a novice frame, like it's a more closed frame, but it's just more through. And now he just feels way better in his body. Like his mouth foams straight away and it's like, yes! So I'm really happy. So that's really good. And the dentist is here, so I was gonna do Leo next, but he's just having his teeth done, so I might ride him later. And yeah, that's all. good, but he was so good. And I was going to get some video because Mum was in there, but then she left and I didn't get any, but I will. So Leo's done, but I'm just going to give him a bit of time before I ride him. So I might have some lunch. He remembers every time we'd be like, it's breakfast time, it's lunchtime. The good old days. Hello, Fluff. Floof, should we have some lunch? So I spoke to the dentist, and Leo, his teeth were fine, but he had quite a lot done. So he said it's probably better if you don't put a bit in his mouth today. That's what all the white stuff is around his mouth. But yes, so I feel like I've got a lot to update you on Leo as well. I'm probably not going to explain it all because this vlog is going to be so long. Yeah, he was going really well. And then he's just been sore like up here and his facial nerves. And then he got sore on the withers. And it's been, you know, with horses where you have to go down this like rabbit hole of figuring out what's wrong, why it started, how to fix it. You kind of start at like one thing and then it leads you to another. It's been a little bit like that with him. I knew he wasn't feeling as comfortable to be ridden, and I didn't want to push him through that. So it's been trying to figure it out, which has taken a while. But I feel like now we are on the straight and narrow to getting better. I think, well, I can't speculate because I have no idea. I think this was going sore. He was in one of the stables with a V, and he's quite a reactive horse. So if anything banged on the yard or something frightened him, he'd pull back, and apparently he kept whacking his head quite often. So I think that was just starting to hurt this. Again, he's had physio there, and it gets better after physio, which would mean that it wasn't something, you know, like bony that is concerning. Like that would be really bad. It's not, it's more, yeah, superficial, not superficial. You know what I mean. So it gets better after physio, so that was really good. We are looking into different bridles for him. He's got quite he's just a sensitive horse. To make him more comfortable, he's got really big ears. And I don't know if that gets in the way. His saddle needed changing. He'd grown and changed shape, so that was a little bit going onto his traps, which is just normal. So we had his saddle refitted, and now he's really comfortable there. So it's just kind of getting him back to feeling happy, and then we can start competing again. So that's Leo. But today we're going to do groundwork, aren't we? And I'm just going to run him through the normal patterns and then the tools. Maybe do a little bit of trotting over the poles. We'll just see how we go. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Time takes a toll on everyone, they say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for us to change. Time, I am stressing out, I can't figure out what to say. Oh, time, just give us time. Time, looking back on pictures, and I find it hard to see you and myself in places where we used to be. Oh, time, we got older, babe, and I wanna stay with you. Don't got time for games, now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way. Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Are you gonna love me? Love me with my flaws and all. Will we be miles away. Hey, hey, every night, every day, promise will never change. So are you gonna let me love me with my flaws and all? Will we be enough, baby? Promise me we'll never fall. Promise, now are you gonna love me?
So the video I just did was I start working through the groundwork patterns, and then when I get to a point where I feel the horse is like, I'm really unsure about that, I'll stay there and work through that. So it can be tricky because it can feel like you're not progressing, but if you don't put the foundations in for the foundations in, as you try and progress, you'll hit a ceiling where you can't go past. So Leo has always been overly reactive to the whip. Not that he's never been hit or anything, not that I know of, but I can't imagine he has. He's just really, really sensitive. So I have to work a lot on getting him to relax to the whip. So what I was doing there is just looking for when he relaxes, and just really seeing like where his threshold is with it. So it's when it comes up that he gets a little bit nervous. Also tapping he doesn't like. He doesn't mind when it's rubbing him, but he doesn't like it tapping him. So I just work through that, kind of find where his threshold is and try and keep him under that. We don't want to go over his threshold. And again, when you're looking at horses' thresholds, which basically means how much pressure they can take before it's too much, it's really different with each horse, and sometimes you can be like, well, that's so low. But the more you build trust with it, and the more you listen to the horse and show them that you can read them and understand them, the more the horse will be able to trust that you, one, have their best interest at heart, and two, understand them and can keep them safe, because that's really what they're looking for, is just to stay safe. So that's that. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Yeah. Hey everyone, so I am back home and just had my meeting, which I'm so excited about. I'm not going to share what it is yet. I hate when people do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm not going to share what it is yet because we decided we weren't going to, but I'm teaming up with someone for an exciting project. Yes. But anyway, oh, so excited. I'm going to go to the gym now. Get it done. At the moment, I just never want to go. That's okay. Oh, even saying it. But anyway, we're going to go. We're going to go and do it. So gym is done. It was so good. I literally have the best gym. It's got the nicest community in there. And it's having a great chat with loads of people. did do the workout as well. Didn't film everything because sometimes you're just like, it's hard enough to actually do it and then I forget to film. But it was really good. The fitness journey, it's been hard. It's been up and down, like everything. But I feel like I'm getting back into it. I've done 3 workouts this week. I'm going to try and fit in 4 and get back into doing 4 a week. Anyway, that is actually the end of the vlog because I'm going to edit this now and then do some other little bits. But yes, it's been so nice to bring you on the day with me. I do feel like I am going to vlog again. I've got back into the spirit of it. But I hope that you found this interesting, hearing about the horses. Yeah, let me know what you think. So definitely comment, because I love reading your comments. And share it onto Instagram if you're watching, on Instagram stories. My brain is starting to slow down now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the next one.